Hi, Cindy B. So you guys can see me. Hello. Hi, Wendy. How are you tonight? Hello. Hi, Marie. Hi, Mr. Elliott. How you doing? Hi, all. How you guys doing? As you can see, found me labels. You'll never guess where the labels were. Right in the last spot that I put them in. The same thing that I always tell my kids. So I didn't do a lot from last week to this week. The main reason is because the weather is really crazy right now. And why I know what you guys are going to say, I wish I had your weather. It's still crazy for this time of the year. I didn't get a lot done because I've been shivering my petunias off every day. I've been coming home. I've been cuddling up by the fire. And I don't know. It's really crazy here right now. Very crazy. So, were you sitting on them? Nope. But they were in the drawer that I kept looking in. And I kept looking in there because I just knew that I put them in there. But, neither here nor there. I'm going to be over the next few days. I am going to be trying to figure out how to start hanging my paintings and getting them up on some walls. So these are very pretty. Look at those sparkles. Anyway, that is my goal. I need to start. My whole goal was I wanted to fill these walls, and I have a ton of walls. See that wall? Goes high. I have no vases. A lot of people put vases up there. I'm not going to do all of that because I wouldn't be able to get up there to get them down anyway. And I need just some quick options because I want to start to see on my walls all of my artwork. My son, he hangs his right up. He staples them on canvases and then he hangs them up. I could be doing the same, but I think I'm waiting on this big, epiphanical moment where I can say, oh my goodness, yeah, that's it right there. So I'm not going to do that. Hey, Melody, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hey, Kayla's Coloring Crafts. How are you? Allie Craft Pursuits. Hello. I didn't respond to your message yet, but I will. I'm sorry. A lot of times when I get my phone in the morning, I'll real quickly look, and then I'll just, get up and continue with my day and things like that. So a lot of times I'll forget to message back. I'm so sorry. It's a brain fart. It's all on me, though. Let's see, kind of moving over from there. So you guys know this is February. Woo-hoo-hoo. I would love to say that I'm going to have this big, exciting February giveaway. Valentine's Day giveaway. I would love to say that I'm going to have this big Valentine's giveaway, but I'm letting you know now, there will be no Valentine's giveaway. This month's giveaway is going to focus on just the art of diamond painting. I want everyone to experience the fun that is behind diamond painting. I have a friend, she is huge in the gaming world. She loves to game. She always talks about getting a controller in her hand, and she has her addiction, and it is just as, I don't think it's just as deep because I don't think she spends what I spend. But she gets a game. She loves gaming. And she'll go to, we have here in Vegas, gaming lounges where you can go and you can game with others. Obviously, they're adult lounges because you can buy alcohol and things like that. So they're 21 and over. They're for the gamer that won't grow up, basically. And she'll go to the gaming lounge. She'll have a good time. She's, she bred. She'll challenge all of the guys. And trying to explain to her about diamond painting and the passion and things, she said, what would I need if I wanted to get into it? And so I started, I jumped right in. Oh, and then you're going to want to order from here and check this out and check that out. And you need to know about double-sided tape versus pour glue and things of that nature. So I felt bad because we have newbies that come along, that join our channel, that have a little fun with us. And it's never, ever dawned on me to speak to the newbie or to try and gain that excitement back. I know if you guys followed me, a thing that I said was, oh my gosh, I have my zeal and my angst and my excitement for diamond painting back. What I meant by that, I got a little red one over there that popped out of something. I'm going to put it off to the side. I'll have to look for it, make sure there's nothing missing. What I meant by that was when I first started diamond painting, I couldn't wait to get home to just simply diamond paint. And so when I started on this painting, obviously it came right after a painting that I was doing that had a lot of confetti in it. Anytime you're working on Chuck Pinson, expect to have some confetti. I'm still torn on the new Chuck Pinson because that looks like more confetti than I ever can imagine wanting and having a desire for. I look at it and it's gorgeous and I want to do it. But I also think about the confetti aspect. And for me, this was so much fun because there wasn't a lot of confetti, but I felt the picture coming together. I felt it truly coming together. So I thought about that and I said, maybe I should focus a little bit more on that zeal, that angst, that excitement for this month's giveaway. Why is Nola over there? You want me to pull Nola back over? Nola was on display for a little while. I will bring her back over here. And here we have her. I love this one. You guys all know green's my favorite color. And so Nola, she is huge. Nola I worked on. She was a joy. Nola is the one when I had on display, and I had just some friends over from the church, my mother's church. They saw this, and I got several offers for her. I got $500 offer, several different occasions for Nola. Not that, diamond paintings fetch a lot. Obviously, you have to have them in, an arena and around just an audience that would probably truly appreciate the sparkle, the shine. So Nola was a joy to work on. Nola is a square. If there's some people out here who don't like squares. But nice says my family is from Nola, which is New Orleans, Louisiana. So she won. She's on my waiting for the perfect coupon list. There you go. I like that. Just so you guys know, I know you guys see how many Diamond Art Clubs that I purchase, but I almost always wait until I find a coupon. If I'm shopping and I don't have a coupon, you best believe I'm probably only buying one. So just so you know, I wait until there's some deals, till I find a coupon code, and I will make sure that I purchase because I do enjoy. I like the pour glue. That's first and foremost. I do appreciate the ease and the simplicity because my eyes aren't great. I know you guys can see. I'm going to show you if you can. but their legend on the side is huge. It's perfect for my eyesight. Let me see if I can get that closer. As you guys can see, the legend is huge. Again, perfect for my eyesight. So while I have worked with a lot of different canvases, I do think that I have just a couple of favorites. Definitely a couple of favorites, and this one is up there. So, not to be outdone by, this is square. And I will say, for double-sided tape, I know you guys hear me say this a lot, every moment for double-sided tape, they, and Brian says, my phone was being bad and disrespectful and deleted my kidding up video and I had to start from scratch. Hamsters, is that what's going on? Because I noticed that people are leaving. Oh, don't leave. Don't leave. So, back to the introduction of this month's giveaway. This month's giveaway is going to have like just a big focus on, excitement, bringing that diamond painting excitement back. What, if you were new, what would it take for you to start to feed the addiction or feel the addiction? That's going to be my focus. I don't know yet what that's going to entail, but I definitely know it's going to be like just some beginner, tools. Probably another diamond painting kit, and just a way to kind of kick it off. And since we're celebrating love in the month of February, we're going to celebrate our love of diamond painting. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I believe the giveaway is going to be somewhere between the week of the 22nd and obviously the 28th. I'm going to let everybody have their little lovey-dove, love moment, where they can really enjoy their significant other. If nobody, if everyone's busy that week. I know that Valentine's Day is on a Friday, which is going to be crazy. That means that everyone's probably going to either try and do something the weekend before, which is this coming weekend, or the weekend at the, that Saturday, that Sunday. So I'm going to, for crying outside, my daughter just called. I got off fast. Oh, well, I'm glad that you were able to rejoin me. So with that said, I'm going to move into my next phase and talk about some storage. I know a few weeks ago I showed you guys a new storage option that I have for some of my China paintings, the ones that come baggied up or the ones that come in the roll of bags. Just to kind of give you guys an example. Let me get a set. Sorry for the crinkle, but it's crinkle. I'm a painting. So this is an example of what I'm talking about. And these are the diamonds that I'm referring to. As you guys can see, I do have a quite a large stash and a lot. I can't believe this is a round. I usually don't buy a lot of rounds, so I'm really shocked that this is a round. I might have to pull this out. But a few weeks ago, I showed you guys my new storage system for my China paintings. This is going to be for my mom. There's a kitchen painting. Just has all the utensils. She loves just anything in the kitchen. Hamsters for a few seconds every so often. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there. You guys don't know how. It could be the wind. My daughter thinks that when we have hamsters, it's because of the weather. I probably would agree. It's been very windy. I don't know what's going on. Usually this time of the year, we are mid-60s to 70s here in Las Vegas. We ran last week, high 60s, low 70s. I don't know what happened. Sometime between the kickoff and the end of the Super Bowl, it went from 77 down to 32 degrees. and it has been in the 30s all day Monday, Tuesday, today, and supposedly it's supposed to be like 67 tomorrow, back into the 70s Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday they're saying it's going to drop back to high 60s. Again, that's normal for this time of the year, but every time there's a change in the temperature, we get a tremendous amount of wind. And so you guys are probably seeing, our changes, unfortunately, because it's 30 here today, balmy weather for us. Yeah, I like that painting also. That's the second one that I have. If you guys remember, I had one last year, and I believe that was one of our giveaway paintings. So I got another one. This one is a little bit larger. I think the last one from last year was, have you tried StreamYard? I have not, Elliot, but I'm going to have to because I've been hearing a lot about it. Is that the one that Crashly and them use? I'm going to have to try it regardless. But, yeah. Huh? Tiara says, hello, everyone. Are you going to sing? No? I think we're all feeling a little under the weather. But I'm going to have to try it. I hear it's pretty nice, Elliot. So, yeah, I love the Kitchen Essentials painting. That's what I called it during the giveaway, Kitchen Essentials, because that's what it showed on there. Everyone's saying hi. Cindy B said hi, T. I think she's trying to salvage her voice, and we'll see. She didn't sing last night. She sung Monday, but I think she's trying to salvage her voice. Whenever she has to go out in the cold, she's trying to keep her vocals wet and, lucid. So we'll see. I know that some of you guys know my daughter. She used to model, she used to sing, and she used to act. She's been on the circuit. She was kind of big here locally, booked a few gigs. She won Las Vegas Rising Stars. She's auditioned for Disney. She was offered a record deal. She was on pace. Her manager had her on pace to audition for not only the first rendition of American Idol. Obviously, they wanted her, once it was leaving and going away, we kind of knew it was coming back, but with a different network. They wanted her to audition for that as well as The Voice. And she retired a few years ago, just out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting it. I think she was 14 at the time. Wasn't expecting her to simply come out and say, I'm retiring. Who retires at such a young age? Yes, and you can have a co-host that can join in StreamYard. Well, you know what, Elliot? You and I will have to do something then. Since you brought it to my attention, you would probably be my first co-host. So keep me in mind. I'm going to practice up. I've been practicing on, OBS? I think OBS that Pippa had. She sent me all kind of links and stuff, and I've been practicing on that. I get a little, real good with it, but I don't do anything. I do a lot of hair videos, and I've never released any, and I have a ton of hair videos, but I get on there and I've been practicing with, hairstyles. Sometimes I just brush my hair, put it up in a ponytail, take the ponytail down, and keep brushing. But that's what I've been doing on OBS. Anyway, my daughter, when she sang last week, she's not shy, and she definitely has been, on large stages and things with, pretty decent sized audiences and things. But I don't know, maybe it was the intimate environment. The minute I wanted to show the camera on her, she was like, no. So I thought that was pretty funny. So as I was saying, I thought she was going to, I told her, I said, if you come next week, you're going to have to sing something. Sing a request for me. Anyway, she has this song that she does by The Script. Oh, it brings tears to everyone's eyes that she sings. She'll do a verse and a chorus. You don't even have to do the whole song. and everyone's, always crying and things. So I do like to see that reaction. Anyway, all right, back to my storage. As I was saying, I showed you guys my China storage system for my China paintings and things. And I was going to try and just come up with a bunch of different storage options for, my Ever Moment and my Diamond Art Club. I'm not going to be able to do that. So, and I'm going to show you guys why. So this right here is, this was NOLA. And yes, I do keep my diamonds from my prior paintings, especially for Ever Moment and Diamond Art Club. I'll be retaining those. Probably, anything baggied and things like that, I could see myself maybe, just kind of tossing. And the reason behind that is because I find that they just have better quality, and why retain something that may give you a headache in the first place? So with that said, this is my NOLA. I'm probably going to start putting a date on them and things like that. When I'm working on a color, as you can see, I have my label. That's the number, the DMC number. It coincides with the pattern. NOLA is by Diamond Art Club. And I take the color out, I sit it on top, and I diamond paint. I drill. I can look up at TV. I can watch a program. I can chuckle. Hee hee ha ha. Love it. If I forget where I'm at, what I'm doing, just look over at this little, container, and boom. Oh, okay, I'm working on 347. Let me remind myself of what that symbol is and keep it moving. So the reason why I probably won't be focusing on any other storage options is because when I did lips, I kitted lips up over a year ago and then found these options and some other options. But I kitted lips up in what I thought at the time was just a good storage idea. I get in there, and here's where it became trouble for me. Glad that this is a gift. Hey, you all right? You sure? Okay. Sorry about that. So here's where it became trouble for me. As you guys maybe can see, I'm hoping you can, but I'll point it out. This says 740, 741, 742, 743. And then it's 754. There's a big distinction of the shade of 754. But if you can notice these first four, they're pretty close in color. So if I'm working on a painting and I needed to use this, obviously because of the tilt factor, I don't want to, I'm going to dump in my tray and then close. If I get to watching TV or I get to talking and having it on, I've closed this. And unfortunately, they're so close in hue that I forgot which one I was on. Horrible storage idea. Horrible, horrible. Won't be using this anymore at all. I tell you, I hope this painting is well received. But I already purchased my, where's my other one? I've already purchased the next one. And the reason that I already purchased it, because that's going to be a gift. Here's the one that I don't plan to mess up. Why? Because I'm not going to use this storage system. They're going in containers like this. And if I lose track of what I'm doing, I'm just going to look at the little container that's already sitting here. I started to do that, Cindy B, halfway through the painting. I started to leave them open. I was keeping them down here on Justin's desk where he diamond paints. And at one point, I forget what I had up here, but I had something up here on the side and it fell. This one, Jocelyn, and the one with the lid, the diamonds fell out. I believe it was this one right here where I had emptied the diamonds. So the diamonds fell out of the one that was up, and they're like, are you serious? I can't believe I've done that. I cannot believe I can see that you guys are hamstering. I forget too, so I set it where I know I won't bump it. Yep, that probably would be a good idea. But I think that sold it for me. I know I was watching someone's live, I can't remember who, and they enjoyed Harbor Freight, but they said after a while, opening, the container, it gets soft. I'm okay with that because for all of these, I paid $4. I always use a coupon when I shop, so I'm pretty sure that I got these for like $3.80 something, probably. Is that a good deal? Yes. Why? Because this storage system cost me much more than that. I paid $1 for each of these. I thought it was great. I was like, 7 times 7, that's 49. Oh, I don't have a lot of paintings with more than 49 colors. I spent $7 for this. Whereas over here, this I'm now reuse again. This I'm going to reuse, and I'm going to turn it into a permanent storage option. So for me, this was a better deal. And for my mind and my forgetfulness, I think it's going to be a better option. What do you guys think? Do you guys have a storage solution? How often and let me tell you what I had to do. This just bit. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know. You probably can see up here in the corner. Anybody that's worked on, if you'll notice up here in this corner, all of these right here, I had to tear these out because I misplaced the colors. I know that this looks weird to you. Again, misplaced the colors and was like, hell no, I'm not pulling those all back up. So, lesson learned. Glad it's a gift. Hope it's a well-received gift. I do. I hope that it's going to go up on the wall because my niece, I absolutely love my Harbor Freight containers. I am using them right now for this painting that I'm working on. Absolutely, Elliot. I agree. I love them. And this paint, I love the painting, but every day, and I think I took off in between days. I mean, the weather's just been crazy, but every day that I actually painted, I cursed over these right here. So that was a learning lesson. I'm glad it was a valuable lesson. I'm glad I was able to get that lesson. And yeah. Allie says, I don't leave my containers open. Cindy B says, for my last snack size painting, I used my old system of the twist top round containers. I like that too. I probably would like those because they're individuals. So anything individual that I can leave and look at and notice, I probably would like as well. This was definitely a learning experience for me. When I did my, hold on one second. I had a little snack size that I did because I wanted to test out. So this one right here, I wanted to test my sealer on a Diamond Art Club to see if I sealed it would lose any sparkle. And so, as you can see, I have not lost any sparkle, but this is the one that I use as a tester for that. And I had these in little tiny mini peel containers. And I don't remember being as frustrated, but I was definitely frustrated when I used those. So it was a learning experience, definitely. And hopefully, I will grow back into enjoying the storage system and that not being a frustration. It took so much time to get on myself. I don't know. My Harbor Freight containers are my faves because I forget what symbol I'm working on all the time, and it helps me. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I learned from this. I definitely learned that, tremendous help. Hi, Nina. How you doing? Melody says, I went to Harbor Freight today and bought 6 more. Yeah, I am definitely in need of more because I think at the end of the day, I'll probably do a square side and I'll probably do a round side. And I think eventually these will come off where it says like NOLA, and it'll just be, in the order that they're in, and just have, spares and things like that. The good news is if someone ran out and they needed diamonds, I could take that tube out and still have my storage container, and kind of help out. So yeah, that's my goal, Hit the like button and show some love for our host. Yeah, hit the like button. So that's where I am. The next thing that I want to do, I know that I've never really done this. So don't laugh at me too much. But this part right here, this is called kitting down, and clearly that's what I'm going to be doing. So the first thing as part of my kitting down process that I'm going to do is I'm going to check, because these are squares and because these are squares, I am going to check to see if I can pour some of these into some of these. That's going to be the first thing that I'm going to do. After that, obviously, I still need to get started. I've just been really taking a break. I've been shopping. Anytime I take a break, I'm doing something that's diamond painting related. I've been shopping, and I've been trying to utilize the new 10i.com website, so that when I purchase, I'm trying to be more cognizant of, artists and their artistry and their intellectual property. I say I'm trying to be more cognizant of it because I feel that there is this, there's this saying, especially if you're a lawyer or you're watching law programs, where they say ignorance of the law, it's no excuse to break it. Just because you're not familiar with the law doesn't mean it's okay to break it. I get that. I'm trying to be mindful of that. But ignorance sure is bliss. I'll say that. It sure is bliss. It may not be an excuse for breaking it, but when you're not aware, you're just so happy. Oh, look at that. Oh, so I'm trying to get better at using the website so that I can, plug in the links and I can check, look and see if they're a part of any, collections, and if there's an identification on the artist and things like that. I think there's a big awareness of it right now. So you are starting to hear, when you go to certain companies and things, you'll hear things like, look at our new artist and things like that. I do like to see that when I go to a few of the companies and things, they're mentioning the artist because there's an awareness. And so, yeah, I have to figure out that website. Yeah, Nina, I'm working on it. I really am. But I tell you, just jumping on my phone and going to a favorite site and shopping, that still brings me a lot of joy. So because it brings me a lot of joy, I'm trying to be mindful because I don't want to hit the buy button and be like, oops, oopsie, oops, I know the painting I'm working on now, I have 7 full bags of 310 and 4 full bags of 939. Whew, that's a lot. That's gonna be a nice painting though once it's done. Hello, Susan, how are you? You're gonna be okay, lurking and working. No worries, no worries. So, with that said, while I start to kind of look through these, the first thing I am going to ask tonight is for everyone to kind of think back to the love of their life. It doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It can be a craft passion. It can be a hobby. It can be a sport. It could be a book. It could be a movie. But think back to something that you guys feel so extremely passionate about. And I would like to know why you feel that way and what is it that you're referring to. So for me, I don't know where it came from. I believe it came and I don't understand why it came from this, but I have a yearning, an eager passion to live and explore the frontier. I'm going to put quotes around it because I'm sure I have my limitations, but I have a strong desire to live a frontier like life. Like before technology came along, not to just engross myself in it and live it, but to see if I could come up with, knowing what I know now and how I live, if I could come up with ways to improve upon, certain things. For example, I live in a four-wall room. I got the old-fashioned brick oven, and this is not only the living area, but it's the bedroom and the dining room area as well. Would I be able to transcend everything that's in there and the space that I have based on this being a frontier life and not having, you know, technology? Would I be able to transcend that, turn it into a workable living space in a frontier like environment? I think about that kind of stuff all the time. I think we were talking before about taking an RV and putting it up on a mountain. That's a dream. That's more of a reality than how I originally, thought this up. But the desire really was to go into like a 4-room home and see how I could survive in this frontier-like environment. Yes, utilizing the knowledge of anything that I know now, but to see at the end of a specified period of time what I would be able to create. And Charlie Berry says, my passion for crochet, because I can make my own patterns and I can usually copy anything that I can look at and that came from my I think, is that your mom or she taught me when I was 8 years old. Oh, and she has passed. And Cindy B says, I love teaching 6-year-olds how to read. When it clicked for them, nothing better in the world to see in their faces. Pippa says, hey, in for a few moments before I leave for work. Hi, Pippa. I just was talking about you. T, are you going Little House on the Prairie on us? No, I was talking about a passion that I had. My passion comes from, guys, oh God, I forget how old I was. I went to this, I thought it was a teen adventure camp. And I couldn't wait. I begged my parents, I want to go. Please, I want to go. There was, I don't know how I think we saw a brochure. Me and 3 friends. It was 4 of us all together. And I asked, can we go, please? I want to go, please. And it was only 3 of us that ended up being allowed to go. One of the girls, her parents was like, no, hell no, you can't go. We get to the staging area where we have to bring our bags, our backpacks and everything. We're going to pare down. They're going to give us a backpack, and we're going to get ready to set out on the camping adventure that, this brochure promised. When we get there, we're paring down. They're taking everything. They took like watches. Who takes a watch? Magazines. They took all kinds of things that I felt like, what am I do when I want to go, and be off by myself? Just look at the, stars. This ended up being a survivor camp where you learn to survive on the land as if, the apocalypse was happening the next month. So they felt like there was a sense of urgency, and they needed to teach us how to fill up our day. We learned how to create sundials and tell time based on the sundial, like back in biblical days. There was no time to read because we were always either setting up or tearing down. We could not bring a tent. We had a tarp. If you were smart, like we eventually ended up, getting, you paired up with a few people and became friends so that you can take the tarp and turn it into something. So that's really where it comes from. Isn't there rural places you can go and stay in a cabin? Yes. I do think that there are, cabin-esque places that would be glamping compared to what we did. We literally lived off the land. We took slugs, we cooked slugs down and added it in. What are those grassy shoots? I forget what they were called, but we, pulled grass, we cut the ends, oh, we had food drops. You had to make it to the food drop. We had to hike 40, 50 miles to get to our next food drop. If we didn't make it to the next drop before the food drop, anyone else on the trail could get to our food and take it. There's no way of being, there was no cameras or anything, no way of, them hanging out there to say, hey, let's make sure nobody gets this. You just have to be on time, you have to be on schedule. And so it's a learning lesson. We learned a lot. And then when we got to the end of the trail and we couldn't go any further, we had to get into boats to get across the Whitewater Rapids to get to the other side. That was scary. That was really scary. They were talking about making us build something, but then there was two of the girls they were so extremely scared that they refused, and there was no way to get us across. So they ended up radioing to get some kayaks down there for us to get across. We were high up on the mountain, and we ended up it was an experience that when I look back all these years later, it's been well over 30 years. But when I look back all these years later, I still find myself wanting to see if I were put back in similar circumstances, would I be able to overcome? Would I be able to create some sort of comfort? What that would look like? Again, I don't know if it's something I could see myself doing for an elongated period of time, but that is such a passion and such a yearning that I have to just see what that circumstance would look like. I don't even know if I would be able to be told, put you in here for 90 days, Tia, let's see how you make it. That might not even satisfy the yearning. I would literally have to just be going in blind, not knowing what that time frame looks like, and seeing if I could overcome by the time someone said, okay, well, you did well, or you failed horribly. My passion first was to become a PK or kindergarten teacher. And another passion is to become a pastry chef and to own my own bakery. Well, I know, Elliot, you have a customer in me. Minnesota is the land of 10,000 lakes. I've heard that before. Lots of cabins. Sounds like too much work for me, Tia. It does sound like a lot of work. I don't know. Still waiting for my Vegemite. Get her some Vegemite, Pippa. If somebody's requesting it, definitely get them over to. Melody says, Tia, you need to be on Naked and Afraid. No, she doesn't. She doesn't need to be naked anywhere. My daughter is over there laughing. No. No naked, no afraid.
What show is that? What do they do?
My daughter said, what show is that and what do they do? I'm interested in what they do, but that would never be me. I don't see it happening. So yeah, that is definitely a passion of mine. And obviously, like everyone is suggesting, there are cabins that I'm sure that I would be able to go to experience, some sort of out of the way, would experience, but I don't know how much. 995. I don't have a 995. Yep. 3865. I do have one of those. Anyway, that is me. Anyone else here been camping? Tia wouldn't make it, I think. I sure wouldn't. I wouldn't make it at all. I'd join you on the adventure, Tia. You would? See a bunch of women running through the woods naked. You know what? The deer be like, you know how when we see crazy stuff, when the animals is doing crazy stuff, you're like, what in the world is the world coming to? I could see the deer like, who in the hell let them in up here? What is the world coming to? Yeah. the deer talking to their kids. If you don't get in here, it's naked women running around out there. You don't want to get none on you. Says, what scent is that body lotion? Oh,
How do you see that?
it's magic in the air. I got the whole set for Christmas. This and Japanese cherry blossom. I'm talking the foaming rice scrub, everything, the whole set. So, I don't know. I usually have a signature fragrance. And I said that this year, 2020, I was going to transition. I was going to wear a whole bunch of different things. And then starting next year, pick a new signature fragrance. But I wore Chloe Narcisse for years, up until I think 2015. I wore Chloe Narcisse. And you have to buy it at like the remnant stores now, like Perfume Mania or something. So I remember one time I had got off the elevator and I went in to work, and I had been probably in my office for, I don't know, maybe a half an hour. And the mail room attendant, he came in and he said, I knew you was in here. I said, how you know I was here? I went up, I haven't talked to anybody. And he was like, because your scent is in the elevator. Yes, that was a compliment, because that was the whole point of having a scent. I wanted someone to say, oh, it smells like Tia. It happened also another time when I was wearing Bengay. And obviously I was the only person around wearing Bengay. And someone pretty much said the same thing. Is that you, Tia, wearing the Bengay? So, yeah, those were the two times in life where, you know, my scent kind of came in handy. Diamond painting with craft and orchid, dear Tia. Ladies, and hi, dear Tia. Oh, I'm sorry, I said I missed the hi. Well, hello. How are you tonight, Orchid? D. Baker, I need clothes also. Okay. I scare myself just showering. So I definitely wouldn't be naked in the woods. I've seen, what was that one show where they were dating naked in the dark or something? I think it was like Dating Naked in the Dark. That was crazy. Yeah. So some things just have to have an end. Well, I have a lot of these 310s. Bengay is right. I like Japanese cherry blossom. Read the scent description, please. The scent description is, you gonna read it?
Yeah.
Tiara said she'll read it for you. Okay.
Where is it at?
She said. You gonna read it?
No, no.
Why not?
Where is it at? Where? That's keynotes.
Well, read the keynotes.
Mom, no. Here. You take it then.
Read to your audience.
No.
It says keynotes. Almond flower, sparkling
One
persimmon.
of these.
Did you, I gave you some last week. You gonna make it a point and ask it in front of the people so I can't say no?
That wasn't a strategy, but you gave me a good idea now.
Almond flower, sparkling persimmon, white iris, whipped vanilla bourbon, and fluffy sandalwood. Well, that sounds like a nice drink too. It says every day has a little magic in it. Moments in life that are unforgettable. Live in the moment with this fragrance filled with wonder. There we go. That just sounds beautiful.
You should have been a voice actor.
Should I have?
Yeah.
Really?
You could read the medications,
Oh, I want to do that.
or be like, they have voice actors for like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel.
Yeah? That doesn't sound fun at all. That does not sound fun.
Or an audiobook reader.
An audiobook reader, okay. No, don't feel it. I don't feel it yet, I guess is a good way to say it. Boy, I don't have a lot of these colors in here. Cindy B said Vicks Vapor Rub. I actually had Bengay on that day. I forget why. But I had Bengay on. And I went to the restroom.
What's that?
It's like it's something that you put on for
Is it like essential oil?
aching. No, it ain't no essential oil. It's like when you ache and stuff, you hurt and things a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, I had it on.
So it's like icy hot, because that's what we have to use to cheer. It's icy hot.
Yeah, sort of like icy hot. What do you guys think is a good way to describe Bengay? Diamond Painting with Orchid says, in pain, sitting and waiting for my painkillers to kick in. You can use some Bengay, Orchid. That will be perfect. Cindy B says, we'll wait with you. Nothing longer than waiting for meds to kick in. I know, I've been there. Melody Jones says, Naked and Afraid is on the Discovery Channel. It's a survivor show where,
I like survivor
where
shows.
complete strangers, usually a man and a woman, are stranded in a dangerous location without food or water and completely naked. Cindy B says, very fragrant. I'm guessing you're not talking about her Allie Crafts, you're bad. Benai says, sound smooth and a little sweet, kind of magic. Yes, exactly. Melody says they hope their instincts and survivor skills help them. Like 21 days. I don't understand where the naked comes in.
How much money you would get for that? Because I would do that if I got like millions of dollars.
My daughter says how much money she would do that if it were for millions of dollars. Girl, they're probably doing it for $2,000.
Oh, that's not enough money.
I know, but
That's like
yeah.
a month's paycheck.
You know, there's always this hope of fame and infamy. And you said that's like a month's paycheck. Yeah. So, I don't know. It would have to be a whole lot of money also. Do they show the nakedness, Melody?
Are they even good looking?
Are they good looking? What else?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, those are great questions. I like those. And what if they're not? Like, you only want to put good looking people in the woods?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so bad. Oh, you my child or no? At the end of the day, you
could.
can.
But I'm like, if you're doing the show, is what I mean.
Okay. Well, here's the thing.
Because if you're gonna be naked with somebody, then you want to at least be like, oh, they look nice.
Not if you don't have no money and no food. I will take a ruggamuffin. As long as he can help lift some things and put some things together. We got to build shelter.
What if you're cold? You're going to have to like cuddle with them and stuff. Because you're cold, right?
Not if he builds shelter. Rebecca! Oh, wow. Melody says, I think it may be $5,000. That's not a lot. That's 1 month, not even, of salary. I don't know about that. You really have to survive with nothing. Yeah, that's crazy. Allie Craft says, I wouldn't do it for money. I ain't getting naked where everyone can see my business. Nina says, they blur it out, and some are cute. There you go, Tiara. Some are cute. Melody says, you see their behind, but front is blurred out. Oh, they let you see the crack. Rebecca says, they would be paying me to put my clothes back. We already said that, Rebecca. I already indicated that. Allie Crafts Pursuits, right? Rebecca says, I'm good, thanks. How are you? We're in here talking about our passions and what we like. And one of my passions, Rebecca, was to basically rough it somewhere. And so it's coming up right now about a show on Discovery Channel that people get naked and they basically rough it. And they rough it with a stranger. That probably worked. That I don't understand why you need to be naked. Probably isn't for me to understand. But again,
because it gets more ratings.
I guess that makes sense, Booby.
That way.
Yeah, anything for the rating. So I guess
that's why in The Bachelor they kiss so much now as opposed to the old seasons.
Really, they kiss?
Yeah.
I don't watch The Bachelor. Does anyone here watch The Bachelor? If you do, what was your favorite season if you're diehard? I love Caitlin's season. Who else did I like?
Sean and Catherine.
I like Sean and Catherine. A lot of that stuff is about to get really highlighted because Valentine's Day is coming. And I'm sure they're going to really kind of focus on a lot of those types of, channels and programs and things. I would. So, anything love, Race to the Mountain for Love, that kind of stuff's about to really get highlighted. So we'll see. Oh, well, thanks, Pippa. See you later. Thanks for coming. We had just mentioned you right before you popped in. I'm glad that you showed up. Thank you. Oh, $4.98. Okay, $5.97. I'm almost done with this one, guys. And there we have it. $5.97. As you can, I'm probably going to just throw this away. And I'm going to throw this one out. As you can see, this is one of the colors. They are all clumped up because I had to strip them all up. I was sitting there plucking and the container had closed. And I didn't know. And I'm like, I think I'm using the wrong color. I don't know what made me look at it. But yeah, I had ended up using the wrong color. And I was not happy at all. So, I know one of our age-old questions is, what do you do with your trash? Well, these are trash. I don't think that there was a lot of trash. It's about to look like a lot of trash because obviously all of these ones I had to suck up that's got glue on them. Oh. Anyway, what do you do with the leftover? As you know, I'm going to try and create my own personal storage system. What do you do with yours though? Do you throw them away? Are you trying to? I seen someone using a counted cross stitch pattern to make a diamond painting, and it was beautiful. Obviously, I've seen where you can buy the blank canvas, and then obviously you just need to purchase a cross stitch pattern, and you can based on how you counted across formulate a picture. But to see it kind of play out and the picture coming together, like I think what they posted was that they couldn't see it when they're looking at it, but when they zoomed out and looked at it through like a viewfinder, they could literally see the face and everything come together. I thought that was just a great way to get into maybe making your own custom patterns. I'm not there quite yet, but obviously it did start a frenzy where I started looking at different patterns and things that could be turned. I think it's going to be a lot of work. And would I be interested? I'm not there yet. My mind is so full during the day, but I did see it and it was beautiful. Hi, Angie. How are you doing tonight? Or Orchid says, do any of you have any strange things that you do or have kept since you were a child? Diamond D Baker says, so I'm working on my diamond painting, been using nothing but patty wax on this diamond paint. Tell me how 3 drills were stuck together with pink wax. It gets everywhere. It does. Rebecca says, can't think of anything, but still have my baby blanket I used to take to school for nap time. I would like to do a blank canvas one someday. Yep, me too. I saw it. It's beautiful. I definitely think that it is something that I'm going to keep, in. One moment. Let me take a sip. All right. Sorry about that. I definitely think that it's, I'm buffering again. All right. Okay, so that was my storage. I didn't have as many colors as I had hoped that I would have. I'm going to try and retain these as much as possible. I was hoping beyond all hope that I could have reduced all of these down. So I'm probably just going to put some rubber bands. Will become additional. Maybe I'll get to the point. I plan on it. Maybe I'll get to the point where, sorry about that, where I won't have to keep these. But yeah, these will probably definitely just go into a recycling bin after I've exhausted all of these colors. Rubber banding it. I'm just going to put it off to the side. And next, we start kitting. Last week, you guys picked the Snow Queen as my next project. I'm excited about that, definitely. This week, we're going to pick a pin. We're going to talk about wax. Someone talked about the, there we go. Someone talked about their patty wax. I do have patty wax. Not only do I have patty wax, but I also have a gift of from Cindy B. And I actually love this. Hey, where's my? Here we go again. I'm always losing stuff. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So this is from Pippa, and it is called Candy Cane. Yummy, yummy. It smells so delicious. Here's Cherry Bomb and Enchanted Apple. The green apple. Oh, maybe Justin's got it. The green apple patty wax also. So, let's talk. Let us talk. I'm going to use a fresh color to kind of talk about the different waxes out there. So as you guys know, I sit right here next to my fireplace. Patty wax, in order for it to work appropriately, although I store it in a cool, dry place, right before I know I'm going to use it, I will put it out on the seal above the fireplace. The goal is to soften it up enough to where you scrape it into your pen, then it hardens and it really nicely. There are some who prefer it. There are some who don't. I don't have a decision yet. I do enjoy, the scent and the fragrance. And just like how when you go shopping, a clothing item and you like to kind of shop through and pick out different outfits and things like that, I think switching up the fragrance with a diamond painting, it just gives me something different to enjoy. So one other thing that I noticed is one day I came in and I had started on the candy cane, the one that Pippa got me, and I had started using that one. And next thing you know, I switched over to the green apple and cucumber one. And when I went back and smelled the candy cane one, it instantly put me back to the point that I was at in the prior painting, what I was watching that day. So it triggered a moment, it triggered a memory, and I really enjoyed that part of it. All right, let's see. Getting caught up. I seen something that was important I missed. It says, I have a plaster Santa Claus that my grandma painted. She always had it out on her table at Christmas time. Okay. And Allie Craft says, all right, I got to plug in my phone and head to bed. It's almost 12 here. Night, Allie Crafts. Okay. Orchid says, I have my baby pillow and can't sleep without it. The pillow and the pillowcase have been changed many times. Oh, that is so sweet. Yep, that is. Angie says, Tia, did you find your labels and find out where those bag of drills uh, got to? What paint? No, I didn't find out what painting they go to. I did find my labels. Here's my labels. Haha. So that's for this right here. But I never did find out. I have a whole bunch of drills and a painting that say, hey, did you forget me? Melody says, I love my patty wax. It's all I use. Rebecca says, almost forgot I should have addressed you by Dame Cindy B. I love that Aaron called you that. Oh, bad hamsters. I'm going to have to go out and come back in. Okay. I did see I was getting some bad hamsters also. Nina says, I sit in mine or put it in my pocket. Yeah, I usually put mine right up over the fireplace. And then sometimes I have been putting it in my bra. I forget it's there. I start to scratch and I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on in there? And it'll be like the plastic. So I did since then, quit using that. One of the things that I wanted to kind of go over is what I've noticed. This is from Cindy B. Cindy sent me and Justin for Christmas. We got an awesome kit. We got all of the multi-placers. I think it went from like 2 all the way to 15. It was really important because I wanted to know, I didn't even know about these. So you have the yellow wax. Not a fan of the yellow wax. I really enjoyed trying the different waxes though. But I didn't really notice like any distinction or anything. And I felt like the yellow wax didn't work anywhere near as good as this. You know how people feel about this crappy pink wax. So in the order that, I feel that people enjoy them, it was this. Next, between the three, this is obviously from Diamond Art Club. And then there's the blue and the white wax. So I would put the white wax next. That leaves the blue and the Diamond Art Club pink wax. What do you guys think would go down next? Jeremy, hi, how are you? How you doing? Rebecca says blue. Anybody else? What do you guys think would go next? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Surprisingly, no. Like this way more. Love it way more. So in the order, but here is my order right here of faves when it comes to the wax. My least, next least, next least. Yes, that is Diamond Art Club Blue Wax. Demolished them for me. Love blue wax. Love it. So I just wanted to make sure that I, went over that. It was real. I mean, it was definitely a shock to me because I would find myself about to fill up and grab this and then be like, where's that blue wax? You can see. But I tore the blue wax up. Yes, Cindy B. The blue was definitely a favorite. Thank you so very much. Like I said, I have tried, my patty wax. Obviously I tried to support and things like that. So the next step would be probably a comparison between the blue and the patty wax. I do use the patty wax. I don't have a preference as of right now. But if you ask me, I wish as many of these as I have, I wish I had that many of the blue wax. And I have a ton of I got a bag right here. That's all the DAC. So, yes. Jeremy, have you tried the white? I heard it's supposed to be good. Yeah, I do. I have white also. I have the white. I only used it on one pen because I didn't really, the yellow, I didn't notice any type of help at all. I mean, I was like picking it out. I was having to add wax way too much. And then I haven't really used this my China wax. I haven't used China wax in a long time. But I never felt as frustrated using China wax as the yellow. And that's why this, scored higher. But Jeremy, I was on your link the other night. Post your link from your affiliate link. There's a painting on the front of that I really am looking at, and I should have been diamond painting, but I wasn't, and I was like really getting excited, and I was like, oh my gosh. So if I was having a good time shopping and things like that, I think a lot of other people would have a good time shopping and kind of picking out, some paintings and things. Just, switching it up. There's a painting on there. I think the girl was on a skateboard or something. And it was so just vibrant. The colors, beautiful. Loved it. And I said, yeah, I think I might get that. I'm trying to hold off on buying a painting until I get a light. Oof, I'm buffering again. I'm sorry. Orchid says, it moved. Melissa B, hi, I haven't seen you in a while. Orchid has something funny to share. She says, I got to tell you guys something funny to get my medicine. And then he saw a packet that said licorice. Okay, he saw a packet that said licorice. Let me go down. Yeah, let me go down. And us dames love licorice. So they called his number and he went up to the cashier and then put the packet with licorice on the counter and said, and this licorice. And the lady looked at him, and said, I'm sorry, sir, but that's not licorice. It's condoms with licorice flavor. was a gift. That's Cindy B. She got it for me and Justin. And I think that's a great question because I definitely want to order some more blue. She got it from AliExpress. Really? AliExpress. Sorry! How you doing? Melissa Bay. Melissa says, Angie says, Melissa, I got mine off of AliExpress. Right? There it is. You guys click the link. There is some paintings on this new link. I am just floored and blown away. The colors, I like a lot of colors. I like to see vibrancy. I really do enjoy, when I say enjoy, I really do enjoy like shopping and looking at it. And then when you get the item and it looks like it did and it puts you, then you can't wait to start on it. And I really do like to have a painting that I cannot wait to start on. You guys know how much fun, because I kept talking about how much fun it was for me to do this Lips Like Morphine. And so when I was shopping the other night, I was like, let me check, because I felt like, I need to not spend until I get this light pad that I keep looking at and I haven't gotten yet, but we'll see. Anyway, I go to Jeremy's link, and lo and behold, the first item that pops up, the first painting, I hadn't even gone anywhere else, caught my eye. I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. Do you know? And when you got a shopping cart, how often do you go back to your cart and you reorganize? Oh, I want this more than that one. I want this more than that one. You add more in, take one or two out, add two or three more in. Before you know it, you have a full cart and you got to start, So that is where I'm at right now. I have a shopping cart. I'm trying, obviously Valentine's Day is coming and I'm going to probably look out for me. And I'm going to get something for me for Valentine's Day. But it definitely is a lot of vibrant colors. If you love vibrancy, if you love colors, if you like excitement, definitely, because that's what I thought as soon as I got there. I'm like, oh, this is cute. This is hip. I can see any one of those, on my daughter's wall, or even Justin. Justin was kind of looking. He puts his paintings up, though. I got to get a little bit more like him. He'll complete a painting, and he will definitely get it on a canvas and get it up. Yeah, baby. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let's see. He should have continued with that purchase. You guys all could have had some fun. Oh, great. Moved in. Really? Oh, there you go. Hey, Deb, how you doing? I see you more on Facebook than in here. Star Wars blue hearts in here, and her kids now, Tia. Blue hearts. Okay, I'm going to have to check that. Jeremy, is that Shine Like a Diamond's shop? Beck says, I'm good. Thanks. I'm glad you're all moved in. Melissa says, okay. Great. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm going to check that out. So am I. Rebecca, now I have to finish unpacking. Can't find anything except for... That's all you need to find, Sariba. That's it. Just the craft supplies. It says, Donnie's latest unboxing shows two of the newest kits, Cindy B. Okay. I think I may have left half my stuff worrying someone was going to lose my diamond paintings. I'll have to take a look. Nina says, we have been working on getting my hubby's training certificates so he can retire, then go to the union in New York. Yeah. What's in that cup, Tia? Oh, it's just, what is this? I think it's grape juice. Yeah, grape. Nothing major tonight. My daughter made it, and I'm just trying to keep my throat wet because the weather here is crazy. I've been having headaches off and on. I've been drinking, trying to stay hydrated. If I don't drink, then my throat starts to get really sore. So I've been trying to make sure that I don't get the same kind of weather I have. I don't recognize it. You're welcome. It looks like she is sold out. Ugh. What? I knew it. That's how great it was. I knew it. Look at that pie. Anyway, that's a bummer. Next, obviously you guys know what's coming next. Tonight is Kid Up Night. Yep. This is the fun part of starting a new painting. Well, it is I like all aspects, I think, of starting a new painting. But I will say, my son, he is not enamored with this part of the process at all. He hates kidding up. I have been a good mom, and I have kidded up for him quite a few times. He has lately told me that he believes that he's just gonna start buying paintings that come already kitted, like in the little baggies. He does not have a problem at all using a baggie. He could care less. He has a preference for squares. You who've watched us for a while, he's not a Huracan fan, but he'll try anything else, and he loves the kits that already come baggied up. So he's very meticulous, though. That's what I don't get. But he hates this process. He'd rather just start painting. I can understand that, I guess. Let's get to the excitement. You guys, we have two new members from my job that are joining. I don't know if the reason I mention it is because one of them, he bought, I think, 5 Mandy Manzanos for his first task in diamond painting, 5 of them. And he still hasn't started. They've been in for almost 2 weeks. He still hasn't started. He's been online, and he got accepted into Diamond Painting with Sparklers Facebook group. So he's asking a gazillion questions about the sparklers. Those log books that you can purchase where you can put everything in and you can log them. He has, different color swatches of what is supposed to be there. He is really like mapping all of this out. And he's how long does it take you guys to get started on a painting? Because he has yet, when I say yet, he has yet to get started on his painting, because he is mapping out like where he may put sparklers for each of his paintings. And I mean, it has become the biggest project that I've ever seen. I said, "You haven't started plucking yet?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yeah." So I just want to know, like, what's your process like before you get started? Because I told him I never would see. My son is very meticulous. He has to have his line just perfectly. He has multi-placers, but he has to have a huge color block to use them. He is more of a single plucker than I am. I will use a multi-placer. And so, like I was teasing him one time about how meticulous he is, but this guy is even more meticulous than my son. And so I really would like to know, like, what is it, you guys, what's your process just before you start a diamond painting? Because me, I kid up and then I start plucking. I pick a corner. I don't always start, but I do pick a corner and just get it started. You okay? Don't choke. Well, that's not good.
Part has a nutty flavor to it.
Melissa B says, "It is freaking cold here." Melissa, I don't recognize Vegas at all right now. It is too cold. Honey, how does it go from 70 something to 32? I'm confused.
In like 2 days.
I really want that Wonder Woman back with the American flag and stuff on it off of Treasure Art Studio. That's what I'm talking about, Angie. I'm sure she'll get it in again. It goes fast, okay? That's the site I was talking about. Oh my gosh, did they have some beauties up there? I have Crafting with Crashly making me a special diamond painting pen. That's gonna be fun. I'd rather kit up because the way I do it is fast and easy, but I hate kitting down. Me too, Angie. I hate kitting down. I don't do it often. I normally, if they're in bags, I just the paint day. This is just between us. Every day, I swear, the longer he takes and the more questions he asks, I just like, why did I bring this to him? Why did I just start already? I asked him today, you started yet? No. I said, what is the hold up? What are you waiting on? You're not gonna have no fun. It's fun. You're supposed to just, get started. It's a big process.
Buying it.
Huh? You think he like? Deb says I ditch my label maker and I use a Sharpie to label my containers now. Yeah, I think when we first get started, we want to have all these easy tools and things, and then we kind of fall into something that works a little bit better. What's the largest multi-placer you're comfortable using, Tia? Right now, I am using a 10-placer. I use that pretty easily too. I can pick up 1, 2, 5, 10 on it, so I'm pretty good at it. This one I had for a while. This has got my whatchamacallit in it. So, and this is a 7-placer. I don't know if you can see the 7 from that end. So the 7-placer. No. Yeah, well, it's not coming in, but it was worth a shot. The 7-placer. Here we go. Well, no, I thought so. I tried. Before that, I had the 4-placer that's got blue in it. And on the other end of the patty, I have the 5-placer. I don't flip much. But I'm pretty much right now just the 7 and the 10. Aha, yes, I am. Jeremy says, if it's in bags, I work out of the bag. Plucker. Nina says, kit up, then get going. Usually start in the bottom left corner and work my way to the right. I haven't picked a place where, I just always am going to start like that. I have started everywhere but the middle. And I don't have like a place right now where I thought it was easier. So it just depends, I guess, on the painting. Willis B says, I know, right? Electric blanket, it's required here right now. I don't know what's going on, but I am freezing. I have on like 2 layers of clothes. Angie says, if I get up and start right done doing a painting, it takes me a few days or a week to start another. I do put in some distance and some time, before I can, like I was going to start kitting up last week. And then in the interim, I still haven't finished the outside. I haven't put any washi tape around the outside. I usually will do that. So we'll see. But it's done. It's just I haven't really started because I had a schedule and that one moved faster than I expected it to. And I completed it like I expected to start this Monday on this next painting. And so I've been done just kind of perusing around and things like that. I didn't think it would move that fast. And it's a square on top of that. If I kit up, I start right away. Oh, I said that one. So Raven says, hamster on the wheel tonight. I know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I think it's the weather and the wind. Cranes, hi. How you doing? I kit up and start. I have 3 going right now, and once I'm done with one of these, I'll start kitting up another. How does that work? How do you know which one to work on if you have more than one? Justin does that. He has multiple right now. All the ones up under here, the double-sided tape, those are his. That too. He has a Huracan, and he has a home fun that he's working on. So he has 3. That's crazy. I love the look of using the single placer because I can tell where people do their paintings. I can see where they use the multiplacer. I know you can definitely tell on mine because sometimes I don't go straight when I'm doing that rocking method, and I don't care. I just keep on rocking. I'm loving those blues, Tia. Aren't they beautiful? You guys did a great job of picking the next painting because I'm going from all those different hues of red into different hues of blue. And I think it's going to be a nice welcome change. So I'm excited. Tiara, sing for you. She had to come back in here if she's going to sing. Come sing, T. Shawana, hi. Hello, all. I'm watching you on the TV. Oh, yes, I can see. What's up, Shawana? How you been? I haven't talked to you in ages. You done traveling, or are you still trying to get on some different trips? So here we go. Tiara, come and sing. You're getting requests. Grab your guitar. Do a verse and a chorus. The acoustic guitar. I always tease her. I call it a guitar. You would never guess that I'm the one that taught her how to play the guitar because she could play circles around me. Circles, I say. She can play circles around me. I am definitely not in the same league at all. I will get on there and strum, and she turned it into a whole musical orchestra. I don't know how. I couldn't do, because of how small my hands are. You can see hands, which makes it very difficult to reach bar chords. So I could do alternative, chords and alternative notes, but I couldn't do bar chords. And sometimes alternative notes, you got to master those. So when it came to not being able to really get it, and they told me that my fingers don't fit across the frets that well, I just kept it simple and things like that. Not like I was, trying to do anything with it. She was 7 when I started teaching her, and she rocked it out. She took it over. Rebecca wants you to come and sing the script, Tiara. That's what I told them. Shine like a diamond. Is teaching himself to play both acoustic and electric guitar. Yes, Melissa, she plays acoustic. She plays electric. She has a bass also. And she also plays piano. So, and I love to hear her on piano a lot. But I think her passion really is the guitar. She loves the guitar. I say hardly because she is. I better not put those away. Yep. TT. I hear movement. I hear movement. Tiara, is that you, baby? You coming to play a quick verse and a chorus for the script? I can. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sit right there.
I think I was trying to get my cable.
Yeah, right there. So
I want to do it on standing now since I have my strap.
you gonna do it while you standing? Can you hear that?
I gotta go to my.
Tiara, we don't have that much time. I'm only gonna be here enough. Come and do that now.
It's out of tune.
I don't hear that it's out of tune, and I don't know if I would notice. Hold on. Hit that.
I can't.
Can you? You can't?
No.
Tiara, I love you.
Going back to the corner when I first saw you. Gonna camp in my sleeping bag. I'm not gonna move. Got some words on cardboard. You pay me money. They don't understand. I'm not broke. I'm just a broken hearted man. I know it makes no sense, but what else can I do? How can I move on if I'm still in love with you? 'Cause if one day you wake up and find you're missing me, and your heart starts to wonder where on this earth I could be, thinking maybe you come back here to the place that we meet, and you're on that corner of the street. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
Thank you, baby. Oh, you know, mommy love that song.
Yeah.
I'm not moving.
It's not it, too. It's not it, too.
I'm not moving. Thank you, Boo Boo. Oh, that Rebecca says she is so talented. Oh, and Shine Like a Diamond says yes, she is. Her voice is beautiful. And Angie says my brother and his son and my son all play guitar and electric, and they taught themselves because they can't read music. We solved that for almost $2,000, Angie. You can teach them to read for money, and it's crazy expensive. So kudos to them if they're able to learn and they can play by ear. Love that. That YouTube was so informative. I'd have saved myself a lot of money. She had bigger fingers than me, and she could reach and she could do the barcodes. And she went on YouTube one time, and she was able to get those barcodes. Her dad, my brother, and my sister-in-law, a lot of her instruments. My brother will break himself. He has 3 kids of his own, but they're not interested in music. So my brother, he has picked up overtime shifts trying to help buy instruments and stuff. She's got a microphone that was like $250. She has her own. I know you guys can go, and she travels with it and takes it places. If she has to plug up, obviously it's nice to be able to run additional cords like if someone's DJing. So my brother has broken himself single-handedly on his niece, which is usually something moms and dads do, but my brother has participated, my sister-in-law. Yeah, so when she hones the craft, wow, what an absolutely beautiful voice. Oh my, that's so sweet. Love it, Tiara. Thank you. Oh, look at the applause. Wow, she's amazing. Orchid says, oh dear, not again. Now my tears are, oh, that's right. Last week that's the song that I was telling you when I first heard her sing it. She sang it for, I think, her brother's high school graduation party. Him and some of his friends were getting together. It was a small group, like 30, probably about 30 of them. She's got her guitar out. They're all hanging out outside. They're cooking out, and she's sitting on top of one of the picnic tables, and she had just been fooling around tuning her guitar. Anyway, a few people come over. Next thing you know, she plays that song. And 4 or 5 of the girls there, they burst into tears. My son, he had a friend at the time. She is very tomboyish. She rougher than Justin, and she burst into tears and like shocked everyone. So yeah, that song is very emotional. I love it. I do. Oh. So Reba says, Tia, I know you are so proud of her, such talent. I am. I do like to see her sing, and you know, I do. My grandfather, that's my dad's dad, he played tons of instruments. He could read music, he could play by ear, and my dad used to play drums also, and I played saxophone. Um, the drums I was better at. Saxophone, I could read the notes and I could play. And I didn't tweak and squeak or anything, but I never got to improvisation where, like on the drums, I could pick up sticks, I could hear a song, and then I could come in and I can't improvise with saxophone like that. So it's a learning to be when you look at, so you think you can dance. That's Justin. You play saxophone, Jeremy? Which one? I played alto. I played Barry, the big, gigantic one. All of them except tenor. I could never get because tenor's notes were different. Soprano, alto, Barry. But I never could get the swing of the tenor sax. Ever. I hated it. I felt inadequate. Oh man, I see we have 12 minutes. I really appreciate you guys all sticking it out tonight. I don't know why it's buffering so. I mean, I really do believe that it's going to come down to the wind because there's just so much wind right now. But I mean, I can't put my finger on it. I know me and Nina one night, we stayed after Alive and we tried to troubleshoot. And then I was like, forget it. I'm just going to go and went and got, what's that new, I don't know, it's like 1,100 gigs or something. It's like the highest that I could get. And it's like almost 200 a month. I went up by, I don't know, $60 or $70 or something like that a month on my internet, just so that I wouldn't have to worry. And there are days when I feel like it's a lot smoother and there's no buffering, no issues. And there are days when I feel like, did I make a switch? You know, I don't feel like I did. What's going on? So, yeah, to each. Melissa played the flute and clarinet as well as the violin and viola in junior high and high school. Ooh, the flute. The flute were those, they were, when I was in the band. When I was in the band, the flute, they were very prim and very proper. And the clarinets, I hated the clarinets. They were in every song. Every song had a clarinet piece. Every song. Oh, the trombones, you're going to have to sit this one out. Oh, the trumpets, nah, it's only a small part. You guys are going to come in and you're going to do the melody. Oh, but the clarinets had a piece in every song. Every song, the clarinets got to play. I hated that. Are you serious right now? Don't you ever pick a song that don't have no clarinets in it? It had 82 clarinets, 1-2 saxophones, 1-2 drummers, 1 or 2 flutes, you know, but it was like the whole band was clarinets. Right, Melissa? We switched from CenturyLink to Cox, and it went from bad to just as bad, just more expensive. That's exactly what I feel like I'm going through. I'm with Cox right now, and first they said I had 100 gigs. Did I want to double it and go up to 300? And I said 300, and I was like, this guy at the store, this guy was at Walmart one day, and he told us that there was some new Cox whatever, and we looked up on my phone what I had. He was like, oh no, you can get the new whatever. So we do all of that. I pay more money. I get in. It's supposed to be the latest, greatest. We upgraded our modem, router. We upgraded any wiring so that there was no issues. And now I'm still buffering. All that money. Alto. I loved Alto. Gail says, I don't know how I did with Cox 300. Yeah, so Cox 300 was, I think, the one he was trying to get me to upgrade to, the 96.99. And then obviously by the time I had my taxes and the router, they come to like 120 or something like that. There would be nights where I would buffer, but not almost the entire time. 7 minutes, don't worry. And D. Baker says, I played the flute, got kicked out of band because I was in a car accident the morning of a concert and hurt my wrist and couldn't go to the concert. So my teacher kicked me out of the band. That is horrible. But my niece was in the band, and pretty much the same message was conveyed to her. Do or die. You here or you're not. You're coming or you're not. And yeah, I remember when I bought her a clarinet. She played the clarinet. I told her that's a good instrument to pick. You're going to get to play in every song. These kids. These are some pretty colors. It really are. Miss Soft Brown Crash, hey, you are late. We got 6 minutes, but you missed it. My daughter's song. I'm going to have to rewind. I hope it sounds just as good on the rewind. But I'm here live, and we've been buffering, so I hope that you guys were able to at least hear the quality of her vocal painting to me, because I have a P.O. box, and it is sharp. I'll tell them to file around the edges and see if that'll work. Oh, good night, Sariba. Thanks for coming. I see you next week. You're welcome. Oh, you at work? Oh, you saw her? Okay, good. Good. Well, I'm glad that you were able to join us. I got to sing for you. You guys want to hear me sing? No? Yeah, no? I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. But great price. And then you put it in your cart and you go to pay, and it's like $4 more. Like, what happened? And then they charge you the extra on everything. Oh, this is beautiful. That's pretty. 823, 823. Next to the 929. I think I have some of those left. I'm going to have to add those in also. Monique. Oh, Monique. You see this? Sorry. How you doing tonight, Monique? So what I'm going to quickly, is extremely passionate to you. So we had a variety of answers. Teaching someone to read. Some people found, I just blanked on some of the earlier answers, but mine was wanting to go on a frontier survivor adventure, and not for a long period of time, just for a period of time where I could see if my survivor in that Glee, the opening of your first canvas is what I'm hoping to convey with this month's giveaway. It'll probably be some sort of a diamond painting, and perhaps some tools to kind of, get started with. So that's where I'm leaning, and it'll probably be the 3rd to 4th week of February for the giveaway. Yes. Then we kind of talked about storage. We talked about wax. I have actually de-kitted because I'm trying to create a system of storage where I can kind of feed my own additional. So we went from there to my daughter joined us in the chat, and because she's a singer and sang a little bit last week, everyone said, hey, why don't you give us a song? I recorded a favorite song of hers, and then I'm going to finish up. I'm going to finish drinking some. My throat is on the verge of actually becoming sore. I'm trying to fight off a cold because the weather's been crazy. But yeah, there you have it. In 2 hours, well, 2 hours of hosting and having fun in just uh, just under 2 minutes. But I thank you all for coming out. Scroll up, want to get in and have a little fun. There's some new stuff in there, and my painting, they're saying, is sold out. But in because Valentine's Day is coming, and I am going to spoil me. I'm gonna get me something. I think I deserve it. Anyway, you guys all have a good night. Thank you very much for coming out. And toodaloo. Bye.